Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be comparing the Rose Decadence with all my Mothership palettes. I decided to do this because I received a message telling me that they were pretty sure that the Vine Rose number 2 have more than 2 shades similar with the Rose Decadence. So I decided let's sit down and do swatches from all these palettes. And that's what we're gonna do right now. If that is something you would like to see, I invite you to please keep on watching. Okay, here we have the Rose Decadence. Here are all the swatches. Now I'm going to take the first eyeshadow palette that I would like to compare. We're going to start comparing the number 1, which is this one. This is the PatMcgrath Mothership number 1. Let's start doing swatches. And here we have it, guys. Look, in number 1 we don't have any similarity. As you can see, they are completely different eyeshadow palettes, which is good, right? So now let's move on to the Mothership number 2. We're gonna start doing swatches to compare if we can find any similarity. Okay guys, and here we have it, number 2 and Rose Decadence. Do you see any similarity here? I don't see it. They're completely different shades. Good news, right? We're doing good so far. Now we're going to move on to the Mothership number 3. Okay guys, and here we have the PatMcgrath number 3. Look how beautiful this eyeshadow palette is. Now let's start doing swatches. Shh, no puede caminar. Ahorita sí puede hablar. Okay, and here we have the side by side. As you can see, again, we don't have any similarity. They are totally different. Okay, now let's move on to the Mothership number 4. Okay guys, I just realized I don't have the number 4, so we're going to move on to the number 5. This is the Mothership number 5. We're going to do swatches and compare if there's any shade that looks like the Rose Decadence. Okay guys, and here we have it. This is the Mothership number 5 and this is the Rose Decadence. As you can see, there are no shades similar to the Rose Decadence in the Mothership number 5. And we have it. Remember, these are the Astro Blitz formula, which we don't have in the Decadence, Rose Decadence, so there are no similarities here. Now let's move on to the next palette. Now I'm going to do the swatches from the Divine Rose number 1, which is the Mothership number 7. Here we have it. Here is the palette. Now let's start doing the swatches. Okay guys, and here we have the Divine Rose number 1. Again, I don't see any similarities here. Maybe the only pinkish color we have, but this is like a pink and gold. I don't know, but this one over here, it looks too a little bit like this one, but this one is warmer. Like I say, this is warmer than this one. Also, just like the other PatMcgrath that I told you that has the similarity with that gold. This is lighter than this one. There you have it. This is a plum color. I don't see any other color that looks like that one either. This is a more cooler version than this one. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Divine Rose number 2. Okay, here we have the Divine Rose number 2, which will be the Mothership number 8, right? Here it is. I just want to put it side by side. Now let's move on to the swatches. Okay guys, and here we have the Divine Rose number 2 and the Rose Decadence. Here are the shades. Remember, this is the Astro Blitz formula. This one looks more, this looks completely different. This is a gold and this is a bronze color. I don't know if the camera is picking up, but this is gold and this is bronze. It might look a little bit like it, but it doesn't. Okay, so the colors that I compared in the last video was this one with this one that looks more like it. And then I also say that this blush color looks a little bit like this one. The only similarity I found in the last video. But now looking at that would be all the similarities that we have. I don't see any other. What do you guys think? Yep, those are the only ones. This one, which is the special formula that she just released, looks a little bit, the shift looks a little bit like this one, but here we don't have the green under color. So that will be all, guys. Yep, I also want to compare the last one. Is a small one. I will show you swatches too and side by side. Okay guys, and the last palette I'm going to compare with the Divine Rose, the Rose Decadence, is this one. This is the Golden Opulence. Here we have the palette. I'm going to do swatches and side by side. Here we have all the swatches, the golden opulence and the Rose Decadence. What do you guys think? I still don't see, maybe this one looks a little bit like this one over here. And also, well, this is a brown. This is a burgundy brown. And this is more like a rose plum. So, nope. No similarities. This is a warm, very warm gold color, more like a bronze, and this is a gold, light gold. So there are no similarities here. And well guys, we have reached the end of the video. What do you think about the swatches that I show you? Like I say, I wanted to do this so we can clarify that this palette has no dupes. We didn't find any dupes in this palette, not exact match at all. Only similar colors, but like 2 or 3 from all of the PatMcgrath palette. And I also wanted to show you one more time before I leave the Divine Rose 2 next to the Rose Decadence, so you can have an idea of how these palettes compare to each other, because the Divine Rose number 2 is the most recent palette from PatMcgrath. And one more thing that I have to say, I'm sorry, excuse my nails, I know, but I wanted to put this video up for you so you can decide whether or not to buy the palette. That will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.